If you've been seeing 1111 everywhere or have an 11 life path number, destiny number, soul urge number, or maturity number, then there's something in this video for you today. It found you for a reason. So my name is Asil, and I am an intuitive life coach and numerologist, and I help you release money blocks and activate your highest, wealthiest timeline. Without further ado, let's get into the message. So, feeling called to start off with our Wealthy Woman Oracle deck here. I'm just going to do a quick shuffle for you. I've set the intention before we began the video, and two cards have come up. So, the Leader, very nice card, and the Alchemist. The Alchemist comes up quite often actually in my shuffles, but this is the first time this one has come up. So, I'm excited to get into this message for you. So the alchemist really here is speaking about the power of the one energy, the one in 11. And it's really the energy of like bringing everything together that you've been through, that has occurred through your life, the pain, the wisdom, the experience, and really alchemizing it and bringing it into something, turning it into something beautiful, right? The alchemist is what turns lead into gold. And you're essentially doing this energetically. You're turning, again, pain, darkness, or anything that you've been through, either recently or in the past, much or a long time ago. You're bringing it and you're turning that lead into gold, into wisdom for others, into inspiration, into positive energy. Even if you haven't yet stepped into your leader role, you're getting ready to, but you're transmuting that into positive energy that you radiate out to others. So service isn't just about, giving everybody advice and being like, this is what you should do to heal all your problems. Service is also just in the way that we show up, in the way that, the energy that we bring, the way we interact with people, the kindness that we show them, the empowerment that we give to them. And this happens on an energetic level. So you might feel like, I don't really know if I do that, but you might be surprised because I feel here there's like this energy of you bringing a lot of goodness into the world and alchemizing everything that you've been through and really turning it into something beautiful and then offering it to people around you, whether you know it or not. And it's really, really, really beautiful. So I'm getting drawn here to the energy of the hands together with the beautiful energy spiraling around her. And what that represents is like the hands coming together is like a really centering of yourself. So again, bringing together everything that you've been through and just, centering it in, bringing it all so it's not like chaotic. It's just coming all into balance and then being like, okay, from here, how do I proceed? And this beautiful golden energy just starts to swirl around you and starts to bring forward something really beautiful out of what you might have gone through or any chaos that you've gone through recently. So even if it's not like painful or something, it could be chaos in the sense of overwhelm, feeling ungrounded, feeling very overwhelmed with everything. And the 11 does deal with this a lot. So if you're life path 11 or if you have 11 in any of your numbers in numerology, any of your chart, this is like one thing I always say to the 11 is because they're a master number and they're very intuitive, very heightened spiritual abilities, whether you know it or not, it's there. When it's not grounded daily or rooted daily, what can happen is that energy can like turn against you sometimes because it's so sensitive that it literally picks up on everything. That's why it has really heightened intuition, is the sensitivity is intuition. But when you haven't honed it in as intuition, when you don't meditate often or do the things that really turn, that center you and ground you, what happens with that heightened sensitivity is it starts to pick up on everyone else's emotions around you. Or if something happens and else would have said that's not like that big of a deal, for you, it might have been a really big deal because again, that heightened sensitivity in the darkness, in its shadow light, can pick up things like can turn situations that maybe aren't that big of a deal, quote unquote, but turn them into something big. And that's just because, again, the emotional sensitivity that comes with this number. So, looking here at the hands coming together, it's also a reminder of the importance of like your daily spiritual practice and connecting in, just grounding your energy. For me, I love to meditate daily, just 10, 20 minutes a day. Or you could go out in nature, whatever it is for you. I think also weightlifting is a good grounding exercise. really helps to kind of ground your energy and just really strong in your core and in your lower chakras. So I find cardio does the opposite. I don't recommend cardio like running or stuff like that because it can actually really stimulate your energy and make you more overwhelmed or chaotic. But again, so the 11 is the importance here of like rooting that energy, bringing it all together and grounding it. And from there, you will start to see just how powerful you are, how intuitive you are, how literally anything that you desire, you can manifest. Like you have really significant manifesting abilities. Again, when you really ground that powerful energy, you got to ground it. Because if it's not grounded, it's just scattered everywhere and it's, we call the 11s empaths as well, right? So I don't want you to fall into any of these traps. So really the importance of remembering your power as the alchemist and, daily, guys, like this is your homework every single day is grounding that in. 10 to 20 minutes doesn't need more than that. You can even do 5 to 10 minutes. I swear it'll work. I've done that when I was traveling. I didn't have much time to myself. I would do that like 5 to 10 minutes a day. And but that's so important. That message is coming in really, really strongly here of the need to like ground your energy. And from there, master manifester abilities come out. Because again, the 11 is so powerful. It's a powerful energy. Use it for good, not for bad. For good means your energy is grounded, it's stable, and it's focused. It's focused on what you desire and on the feeling. You're embodying it daily. When it's not that, then it will automatically, without you meaning to or wanting to, it will automatically just drain out to others around you, to wanting to help others, or to like picking up on everybody's emotions. This is why I don't like the malls or like going out a lot because even though I love to go out, but like things, especially like the mall, like really, really trigger me. I get so much of a headache. Ever since I was a kid, I didn't know why, but I like hated it. It just irritated me. And now that I'm older and much more grounded, I came to realize that it's because when I go to the mall specifically, I pick up on like everybody's energy and there's so many options, there's so many stores and each store has so many things you can buy. And all of that is just coming into my energy field and it gives me a headache instantly and I just need to leave. I'm so uncomfortable. So that might be for someone out there, right? That message of like, whether you do these things or not, if you don't know why you don't like going to the mall or certain places really scatter you, it might be that. And it's an easy fix. You just do your daily grounding. It's not like you have to never go to the mall again, but just make sure you're grounded before you go out to places like this because you will automatically pick up on everybody's energy. So we want to use your powers for good and not for bad, which means I just mean it starts to like work against you. And that's not good. We don't want that. When you think about autoimmune conditions, a lot of like diseases are called autoimmune conditions and doctors describe them as, oh, your immune system is working against you rather than with you. I believe, and this is not scientific evidence, but I believe what I've come to know in my 14 plus years of daily meditation and deep, deep, deep spiritual practice is that these autoimmune conditions come when you have like strong master number energy um, somewhere in your chart, you just have these really strong abilities and you don't take the time to ground yourself. And so automatically, like I said, you're picking up on everybody else's energy. You're constantly giving to them and not to yourself. It just happens automatically if we're not intentional. Um, and then it starts to manifest, over months or years in the body. It can manifest as the body working against itself. But it's really not that. It's just, again, our energy being scattered everywhere and not coming in home to ourselves. And so just a really strong message that really wanted me to talk about it for quite some time here about the importance of like centering your energy, bringing it back home to yourself. It will come to your solar plexus, your sacral. That's like your core where your center is. And oddly enough, that is where the majority of our immune system lies in the body. So it's like interesting when you take back your energy, it settles into your core, and then you have a stronger immune system, in the sense of like stronger energetic boundaries, stronger physical boundaries. You'll be able to speak up for yourself more because the solar plexus and the sacral chakra rule those areas, especially the solar plexus. And it also strengthens your immune system because when you have strong boundaries, you leave more energy for yourself, and then you're naturally radiate more healthy energy and vitality. Whereas when you're always drained or giving to everybody else, whether you realize it or not, you don't really have much energy for yourself, and then the body falls sick, right? So that really wanted to come through. Like I didn't plan to talk about autoimmune conditions or illnesses or stuff like that, but that's just coming through. So if you have something like that, and if you resonate with this message, then definitely something in here for you. I do want to draw a chakra card, but before I do, I'm just being drawn to the leader energy here. It's like almost telling a story of like when you ground your energy and recognize your power as the alchemist and bring, your energy home to yourself. The palms are very powerful energy centers, by the way. If you practice Reiki or like meditation or anything like that, for long enough, you'll start to really recognize that and you can open up your palm chakras. But anyways, when you connect your energy back to yourself daily, it's like, and you recognize the power of your alchemy, of your energy, of your power, you can really boldly step into this leader energy. And I'm being drawn to the cheetahs here. So beautiful, like ultimate power, speed, strength. Like there's nothing that can mess with a cheetah, you know? And it's like almost a sign that you have that power too once you recognize it and you claim it and you through doing things like daily meditation or grounding your energy, you really become this cheetah. Okay. I'm really getting called to share a story here. So when I was about 16, I think I was 16 is when all my spiritual journeys began. I used to always have this dream of like cheetahs and lions and these really big cats like tigers and sometimes dogs like wolves or something just attacking me. Like I would be in sleeping and I would be in my dream in a random place in a random field and there was no barricades, there's nothing to protect me, and then all of a sudden a lion would appear or a cheetah or something and it would come for me, right? It wanted to kill me. And I remember I'd wake up like it was painful and scary because it happened almost every night for years. And I was like, what is going on? And I would research it and all this, and it would say to me back then, like, oh, there's like a very powerful enemy or something like that. But what I've really come to recognize, especially like through this, is again, when our power, like you're a very powerful person, okay? As an 11, or if you're seeing 11, 11 everywhere, you're this 11 energy is coming to you. It's drawn to you. Very, very, very powerful, right? It's a master number. It's two ones. Like one by itself is very powerful. You're two ones, okay? So just to give you some explanation of the one energy, but you're very powerful. Now, when that power isn't locked in and tuned in. I almost think of it as like when you put on like a corset or something and it's just loose, when you have a corset on and it's like loose, it doesn't have any meaning. Whereas when you tighten it up and you lock it in and it becomes around your waist and it's very strong, that's like the essence of what will happen with your energy through this daily calling it back in and grounding. And when you are like tight like that in your own essence, in your own core, that's when your inner cheetah comes out and you emerge as the leader. Okay. So a lot of leadership energy here, perhaps coming forward for you, um, or you're getting a desire to step up and own your leadership and do the thing that's been on your heart for a very long time. Because if you're an 11 or you're seeing 1111, I know that there's a dream in your heart. There's something for you in this world that you really, really want to pursue. And so it's like a call to when you're balanced, when you've brought it all together, this will naturally emerge, okay? Naturally. So, and those dreams, by the way, that I used to have lasted for a few years. And then when I really got into the work of the spirituality and the owning my power and the releasing and all that stuff, I don't dream about that anymore at all. And interestingly enough, when I do dream about it, like the last time was probably 2 or 3 years ago, it would be like this very powerful, like the last one I had was a puma cat. It was like a huge black cat, gorgeous, but not when it's attacking you, obviously. But in the dream, it wasn't attacking me. What happened is that I saw it and like we merged together and we became friends. And then I was riding the puma and we were like riding through the wilderness. So very powerful imagery of like when you own your power, when you take back your power, not only now is that lion or that puma or that cheetah not attacking you, you're not scared and nervous, right? Because the 11 energy comes with a lot of nervousness. a lot of just emotional sensitivity. Not only are you not that, now you're so powerful. You're freaking riding the puma through the wilderness. Like, do you understand how much power that takes to tame a puma and have her power with you in your arms and to be able to ride through? So that's a message there for somebody, okay? Let us get into the chakra deck now. Without much shuffling, actually, this card really wants to come in. Okay, I'm getting giddy just looking at this. I really love this. This is a passion, okay? Heart chakra, desire, fun, fulfillment, joy. Okay, so it's just continuing on, right? The story of like once you own your leadership, once you do the alchemy work, hone in your energy, you will naturally emerge as this leader. But not only that, is it's going to be beautiful and fun and like just from the heart, right? The heart is the most powerful magnet. Even scientific studies have shown this, like the Heart Math Institute, where they've seen that the electromagnetic field of the heart is so much more powerful than the mind's. Okay, so the heart is the most powerful magnet and generator of energy, you could say. And so, like, you're not just going to be doing this from this fierce energy, from this, I gotta get it done, from this hustler mentality that sometimes happens when we're like being too fierce or too solar plexus-y. But it's also like a balance with the heart, right? Of like just your love and your passion coming out, your creativity, the thing that really makes you so alive and juicy and heartfelt, right? Which is so beautiful. It's like leading to your ultimate fulfillment and desires. And so whatever it is, continue to do it, right? Whether you know it now or it will start to come clear to you as you meditate more often and you ground, it will be something that really brings your heart to life. Look at all the color, the vibrancy. Like I also get good health here, like good energy, like very good vitality, being able to get up and do everything you need to do, not like that drained, fatigue feeling, right? Because when we see a lot of colors, that's also something that it represents of like really good energy, being born anew, full rainbow, full spectrum, right? And then passion. So yeah, our joy, our love, these are the things that will bring out our healthiest selves, our happiest selves, and merging in with the cheetah energy, the big cat energy. It's so, so powerful here. But again, do not forget the importance of this. Because if you have all this going, but you're not grounded and centered as an 11, as a master number, it can be overwhelming and chaotic. It will just be more up here and around your energy field, but it won't be grounded and rooted in the ground. And you are a physical being. You're here to be rooted. And if you want to truly have experiences in this earth, like good experiences and strong experiences, you got to be powerfully rooted in the earth. Otherwise, you're going to have like amazing dreams and amazing ideas and live fantasies in your head, but it won't really come into fruition because we need that like root chakra energy, that sacral chakra energy, the energy of bringing it down into earth and out manifesting into the physical reality. Okay. So that's the message that wanted to come through. I talked a bit more about myself than I wanted to. I haven't really shared those dreams with other people before, and it's a little honestly embarrassing, but it wanted to come out. Here it is. Before we end it, we're just gonna do, okay. I don't even want to shuffle today. I just know this is the card that's coming out. I shuffled all the decks before I did the video, so it might be why. Um, but I'm just really feeling called to just go straight for this, and it says, life is always working out for me. And again, straight heart chakra energy here, right? All the green. I'm getting drawn also to the orange. And orange is like our playfulness, right? It's like the sacral energy, our playfulness. And here, even we have some of that, right? Like the dancing, the shining, the being a shining star. We also see some orange. So I'm getting drawn to that. So yeah, orange is like pleasure and creativity and self-expression. It's also very much associated with the throat, the chakra of expression, right? So life is always working out for me. This is an affirmation you might want to say to yourself all day today. Very, very powerful. Let's read the back of the card. It says, I like understanding that things are always evolving. And while there are many things that could be better where I am, it is not really a problem because where I am is constantly changing to something better. I like knowing that as I look for the best things around me where I am, those things become more prevalent in my experience. I love these reminders. This is why I love this card deck, because I just love these daily reminders. It is fun to know that things are always working out for me. And as I watch for the evidence of that, I see more evidence of that every day. So Law of Attraction 101 is what this card deck specializes in. Um, but yeah, just life is always working out for me. To hone in that belief, maybe say it as an affirmation, and connect again with these cooling colors. Look how it's like blue, green, purple. So a lot of, again, like connected energy, like just energy of calmness, of bringing it all from up here down into very, grounded and calm. So that's very, very beautiful. And as you see, the eye is wide open and there's a light shining out of where the eye is. So, like right here. So just more confirmation. That to me says intuition. And it says, your intuition sheds light on everything that needs to be seen. And 11s have a very powerful intuition, right? Dreams, a very strong psychic gift that can become known later on in your life. A lot of orange here. Make sure the intention you do all this with is with joy, right? With love, with joy, with creativity, with expressing that with which wants to be expressed within you. A lot of times, a lot of people, when they want to follow their dreams, they want to make it practical, which totally makes sense. You have to. But they're like, what is my niche? What is my this? What am I going to talk about? What am I going to do? And it's like, that has its place. But sometimes it's really as simple as surrendering to the thing that wants to be expressed within you. Because there's something within you. If you have a desire to do something, it's because there's something within you that wants to be expressed. And that's the message that's coming through with the orange here of like just surrender to the desire, surrender to the thing that wants to be expressed through you. You don't have to overthink it, but let it come through and things will unravel the way that they're supposed to. So life is always working out for me. And the card over here is I will tell my story as I want it to be. I will tell my story as I want it to be. Simple as that. This is very powerful, by the way. I did this a couple weeks ago, and I literally just sat down. I put every single thing in my life that, like every area of my life that means something to me right now. Um, and then in every one of those, I wrote a nice little story, like 3 or 4 sentences of how I want it to be going. And I didn't write, I want this to be happening. I want this to be happening. No, no. I wrote like, thank you for this happening. And I'm so excited that this happened. I wrote it as if it already is here now. And not only did I feel so much better, but my day just unraveled with so much ease. And I I never looked at those things the same way again. Like I always saw them now with this new story. It really, because I was writing it too, that might be why. But it really just like got like stayed in my brain, this new story. And so I just love these reminders from Abraham Hicks. I will tell my story as I want it to be, remembering that the story you tell, powerful manifestor you, the story you tell is what will come to be. So keep that in mind. So, with all of that, thank you so much for tuning in. I hope that you found the messages that you were meant to find. I do want to make a quick announcement. I have a book, a numerology book for Life Path 11, your wealth codes, your money healing, taking your career to the next level, whatever that looks like for you, whether it is staying in your current path or moving to another career or business that is more aligned with you, but taking that to the next level. And it is all in the book. It's like a book slash guided journal. It will be coming out soon. So when you watch this video, it might already be out or it might be the pre-order link, but I will leave that in the description if you are interested. Thank you so much for spending your time with me today. I really, really appreciate it and I honor you, and I will see you guys in the next video.